How's it going, YouTube and Facebook, Axis and Allies community? This is Mr. Scrubbert coming at you from Springfield, Missouri, best state. I don't know about the city, but coming at you for my Global 40 Zombies game that I got, and I got a bunch of house rules, and just it's gonna be crazy and hopefully fun. I'm gonna wrap this game up probably around 8 or 10, somewhere in that range. I'm not planning on being a long game. It's just myself, so I'm gonna just kind of play the game myself and then post up recaps as I get to the end of each round, and hopefully it'll be nice and smooth, and y'all can get a nice enjoyment out of it. What I did was I downloaded the anniversary cards for zombies, and because they have, obviously, in all the zombie decks that are out there, being that came from the game, there's the Zombies game, and then there's a 42 variant deck of zombies, and then there's this anniversary, and that's basically as big as they got. There could be a global one out there, I don't know, but basically any disputed territories to play zombies on, I'm going to roll dice. Just for example, like 1 through 3 will be one territory, and 4 through 6 will be another territory, because I know, like, for example, in here there's a Morocco, Algeria, because an anniversary is just one territory, so I'd roll a dice and be like, okay, it's either going to be, well, they don't wrap in Tunisia either, so I'm going to just, roll a dice. If it's a 1 or 2, it'll be Morocco, 3 or 4, Algeria, 5 or 6, Tunisia. So, there's that. The Vinci French, which will go through in this opening rule, because my first move is Paris. Paris falls. Southern France is Vinci, and then I'm already going to be, that was my second combat that I did. So the first one was France. If you're playing AAA, you kind of know what I'm talking about. So I had a mech coming in from there. He's just going to basically take it. All the aircraft kind of did your stereotypical attacking 111. I got 2 subs going there, 2 subs going over here. This sub is just going to go north, just to see how it works. Leaving those boats alone. This is the BBR setup and BBR rules, besides the wind conditions and the research. Those are house ruled or global, out of box global 40. By setup, I mean like the destroyers added for BBR. There's an airbase here in New Nova Scotia, things like that. Minor stuff. Argentina can flip, and it has a naval base. Opening move for Germany was 1 sub. And get my phone to focus here. Sorry, I have to use my phone. My GoPro's charging. 1 sub, 2 tanks, and a strategic bomber. And then, we'll get right into it. I also got the Netherlands house ruled in here. It's a minor one. I'll recap that once I get to the end of this round, because it might apply or might not. Basically, these guys defend on a 1 unless an ally is in the territory with them, and the allies, being UK and ANZAC, can't take any of these territories until they're at war with Japan. There's also a guy over here in UK, and if Holland, Belgium's taken, he immediately goes to Holland, Belgium, regardless if there's a transport there or not. That just represents the Dutch government in exile. So we're going to get started. I have the hit dice. However, I bought these on Amazon for like $10, and I found them a good idea because the hit dice, Grasshopper's hit dice, don't match the Sired Blood numbers for combat, unless you get like his custom hit dice. So what I did is I got some colored dice that do go along with it. You get like $10. You get 10 white, 10 red, 10 blue, 10 of the green, and then 10 yellow, which I use for fuel markers, because they're a lot easier to grab. So I can tell exactly how much fuel I got left in all the planes. So we're going to do your stereotypical battle of France. I'll show you how it rolls. I have 1 tactical bomber coming in there, so the AA gun will get the fire. And he will not be doing it. Actually, my mistake. The first thing you do in this is you're going to draw a card. Add a zombie to Persia. Well, in Anniversary, they don't have like multiple versions. So there's 3 different Persias. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dice, and you'll dice, and we're going to say 1 and 2. 1 or 2 is Northwest, 3 or 4 is Persia, and 5 and 6 is Eastern. And we're going to just go ahead and roll the dice. 2. So Northwest Persia. So what we're going to do, oops, sorry, I didn't quite have my zombies all out here. So what I need to do is take one of these. And I got the clear ones from Historical Board Gaming, and I also got my ones from the game itself. And I'm going to go ahead to make it a little more interesting, by the way. My house rule is instead of 1 zombies, it's going to be 2. 2 spawned in a territory. And if zombies reach 35, they win. Because there was no one there, it's a zombie-controlled territory. However, Northwest Persia wasn't worth anything. The Desperate Measures. Research mission. At the end of the turn, if at least 3 zombies were destroyed, gain a technology or choice from the technology chart. That's too easy. The technology in the zombies version of the game. So what I'm going to do is, I already kind of did it wrong. You're supposed to draw that first, and then buy. Well, no, never mind. It's the first time doing these house rules, so I might kind of contradict myself a few times. If you want, YouTube, just call me out on it. But, basically, there's not enough zombies to do that. However, I'm not doing every infantry death as a zombie. That would be chaos. I'm going to do every 4th land unit death is going to generate a zombie in said territory. So France will obviously generate at least, so you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll at least generate 2, and I'm going to assume France is going to get a few hits. So you'll at least probably end up spawning at least 2 zombies, if not 3 or 4. So we're going to go ahead and, that's how we set up the zombies. So there's zombies on the map. We're going to go ahead and do the battle. So for Germany, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 1 due to the colors. For red, we got 6 again. Is that right? Yep, 6. For the tanks, we got 5. You're just stereotypical going in there. And then a green for the 4 with the tactical bomber paired with the tank. However, first things first, we're going to go over here, and we're going to roll for the AA gun. The AA gun misses. And then, just like with the hit dice, except for I can't do this with just one hand. It's a little difficult. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can grab these here. Might be. Alright, well, that's about as good as I can get. Alright, so we're going to kind of just... Okay. I think I'm missing... No, I'm not. And then I got these 4 more. Okay. Alright, so whites are 1. I got 1 hit on the whites. Reds are 2s, so there's 2 hits. 3 hits, sorry. Blues are 3s, so there's 2 more. And greens are 4s, so it should look like that. Basically the same thing hit dice do, only still using numbers. So a total of 7 casualties, which will of course be AA gun, all these guys. Alrighty. France, we have the 6 infantry defending at 2. So get my 6 at 2 plus 2 artillery, 2 tanks, and 1 green for your 1 plane. Pick these all up here. I can actually hold all these. Alright, so they did pretty good. They got 1, 2, 4. Well, maybe not. 5 hits. 5 hits. And of course, I will do the... It's going to be the 4 infantry here, 1 mech there, looking like that. And then these guys will be going to what we call the Death Bowl. Alright, now, before I take off here, well, actually, I'm coming up on 10 minutes, so I'm going to start making a part 2. I'll catch you in a second.